презентацію Vilnius Tech. Приємно вас всіх тут бачити. Не буду довго вас затримувати. Тільки нагадаю, що ваші питання пишіть в чат, на всі питання будуть надані відповіді після закінчення презентаційної частини. А також, якщо ви захочете поспілкуватися через ваш мікрофон-камеру, теж про це пишіть. І після презентації ми вас під'єднаємо. І я передаю слово нашим презентерам, so you can start.
Okay, hello everyone. So I would first invite you to check out our video and the short campus tour. Some views of Vilnius Tech and of Lithuania, and I want to invite you to listen to my presentation about studies at Vilnius Tech and how to successfully join us and even maybe get a scholarship for your studies. So my name is Dovilė Juodenytė. I'm the head of International Study Center here at Vilnius Tech, and I will give you a short introduction. So first of all, Vilnius Tech is located in Lithuania. Probably most of you do know where Lithuania is. It is a small country in Eastern Northern Europe. We have around 3 million people living in the country. The capital city is Vilnius, and our university is located as well in the capital city. And we are a part of EU, Schengen area, NATO, and all the other important organizations in the world as well. Why should you consider your studies at Vilnius Tech? So first of all, it is a world-known university, a world-recognized university, also ranked by international rankings. We have a 750 rank in QS overall, as well. Engineering has a 450 rank in QS, and also different special. Do you hear me? Can anyone please react if you can hear my presentation? Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, because my colleague just said that it's they cannot hear you. Yeah. So thank you. I'm sorry for this intrusion. So yeah, first of all, as I said, we are a world-ranked university, fully recognized university. Our degrees are fully recognized all over the world. we offer studies in bachelor's, master's, and PhD level. So our university is a research university, so students can also complete a research degree and as well later on do postdocs and other research activities as well. Also, all the students who study in our university, they get an option to participate in study exchange under Erasmus or under bilateral exchanges that we do have. Also, we have a digital badge system which recognizes soft competences of the students. So basically, after if you participate in any events or training and anything additionally, what happens in the university, while you graduate university, you will get a description of all the soft competences you have gained during your studies, apart from your academic competences that are included in your study program. Also, we have quite a large scholarship program, which most of the students can benefit of. And students can work full-time during their studies. Our temporary residence permits does not have a limit of the working hours for the students as well. And Lithuania is a very friendly, liberal, and safe study and living environment overall. So if we look into some facts and figures about Vilnius Tech, the university was established in 1956. We have around 9,000 students studying in the university. Over 20% of those students are international students. We have over 1,500 of international students studying in the university from 80 countries overall. 60% of our study programs are fully taught in English language, so you will have various opportunities to choose from. Over 60 study programs are fully taught in English language in the university. We also have around 400 partner higher education institutions and research institutions where students can do their study exchange and also do internships and also participate in blended intensive programs or even gain double degrees as well. And we are a very active partner in over 80 international research study and mobility projects. So as well, our students can benefit from participation in these projects as well. So if we move to the study programs, in the bachelor's level, we do offer 22 study programs fully taught in English language. Bachelor's degree studies are 4 years long, except for the architecture study program, which is an integrated study program of bachelor's plus master's, and it equals to 5 years. And all the other bachelor's programs overall are 4 years long. Our study programs are academic study programs, so students have to prepare a thesis, a bachelor thesis in the end. So the graduation is finalized with the defense of the final thesis, and as well as a professional internship is included within the 4th year of studies. So meaning that students will have to do an internship during their 4th year of studies in a company here in Lithuania or abroad. If we are looking into study programs, we mainly do specialize in engineering and technologies, but as well we do offer studies, and we have quite a very strong school of architecture, quite strong business school with business and finance studies in bachelor's level, and School of Creative Industries with creative industries and entertainment producing study programs. All of our engineering faculties do offer 1 or 2 study programs in each faculty fully taught in English language. So you can choose basically from all fields, and we offer quite a number of study programs related to IT and ICT, which is a very active market here in Lithuania, and we have a lot of jobs. So that's why as well it represents in our study program portfolio, as this is mainly needed in the market overall. Yeah. As well, we offer 4 professional bachelor's study programs fully taught in English language. Our professional bachelor study programs are specifically in marine field, so marine electrical and electronic engineering, marine navigation, marine power plant operation, and marine transport logistics technologies. These study programs are offered in our newly added up campus, which is located in Klaipėda, in the port city of Lithuania, because marine studies are should be held next to the port and next to the sea overall. So students who would choose studies in marine field, they will be studying not in Vilnius, but will be studying in Klaipėda city, which is the 3rd largest city of Lithuania, and it is a port city. And all the services and living, we have also a dormitory located in there, and we have full administration which takes care of the students as well. So please take note if you are interested in the marine field, even if it is a part of Vilnius Tech, but the physical studies will be happening in Klaipėda city. Yeah. So moving along, we also offer 26 study programs fully taught in English in master's level. So master's level study programs are 1.5 or 2 years long. They all are academic masters, and they include a research thesis, which students need to work on throughout the whole period of studies. And mainly last semester of master's degree studies is dedicated for preparing master thesis only. But a part of the thesis as well has to be submitted each semester and has to be completed. So we do offer studies in engineering, technology, business, and communication fields. In communication, you can choose Communication of Creative Society study program within our Faculty of Creative Industries. Our business school offers business economics and financial engineering, like fintech study programs, and as well as business leadership study program, which is intended to graduates from any field. Mainly we do get engineering graduates who wish to join to get a management experience on top. So, but as well, it does not exclude science graduate or any other field. So, if you are looking, if you have, let's say, in the engineering or technologies or arts bachelor's degree, and you are looking to gain up the management knowledge, and mainly in the leadership field, so becoming a leader or a manager in your field that you are working. So this study program is a perfect addition, as you will gain fundamentals in business, and then for sure real competencies which you can use in your real life world. We have established quite new study programs which we are starting only this year. Management of artificial intelligence solutions and engineering of artificial intelligence. These study programs have been created under the Merit project, and 5 universities were working on creating these programs. So these are newest in the market. If you know that artificial intelligence overall as a subject, in the form that it is right now, it just appeared, in 2022, 23. So these study programs are really up to date and looking further into the future, how we will need to work with artificial intelligence to manage it and overall engineer it in the future. Also, all kinds of study programs in engineering, technology studies. These are very highly ranked and very valued in the job market as well. Moving forward, if you are as interested in becoming a researcher and becoming an academician as well, you can proceed in PhD studies. We do offer PhD studies in 12 fields of science, from technological sciences, social sciences, natural sciences, and humanities. Please note that for the PhD studies, there is a separate admission process that separate from bachelor's and master's that we held. So if you want to check out more about PhD studies, we would encourage you to contact our doctoral school via email phd@vilniustech.lt. Okay, so we looked over what kind of offers we have here at Vilnius Tech, and I will now move on in admission requirements and then how to gain the scholarships as well. If we're looking into the admission requirements, we do require the minimum of 60% GPA from the 100% maximum possible. For Ukrainian applicants for bachelor's degree, we do require a high school graduation certificate and a multi-subject test results, and they should be equal, not less than 60% from the 100% possible mark. We also look into English language knowledge. We do require upper intermediate level, meaning B2 level of English, and there are specific certificates that we do accept. One of the easiest and quickest one to gain an English language certificate is to pass a Duolingo English test online and then submit us the certificate. Unfortunately, university does not do any language testing, and we do require a final certificate to be submitted in order to be admitted for studies. And if we move along to the master's degree requirements, so for the master's students, we do require a bachelor's degree or its equivalent, but mainly we do require a bachelor's degree in the relevant field to which master's you will be applying, and as well as 60% minimum CGPA gained from the 100% possible. English language, level B2. Additionally, we do require 2 academic references submitted from your previous professors or researchers. And all students, both in bachelor's and in master's level, will need to record an interview. But in master's level, the interviews are more specific, the questions are related to the study field, and the interviews are processed by the faculties, and faculties can also refuse admission based on the interview as well. So please take note, and yeah, that interview will be required to pass through. The final deadline for the application is 15th of June. But for the Ukrainians, since your arrival is not that complicated here to Lithuania, we are able to extend the deadline until 1st of August. So please note, if you want to get a quicker admission, for sure, please apply before 15th of June. But later on, for Ukrainian specifically applicants, the application deadline will be extended until 1st of August. So now, if we look at Vilnius Tech scholarships, so first of all, I would like to mention that all Ukrainians automatically gain a 40% discount from the tuition fee when applying right now. So for the whole period of studies. But if you wish to gain a larger scholarship, it's like either 50% or 100% discount from your studies, you would need to submit additional application for Vilnius Tech scholarship. So for the scholarships, application is very, very tight and it's final. So on 20th of April, we will have the final deadline for the application of the scholarship. But this also means that if you wish to apply for scholarship, you also need to apply for your full study program as well. So if you guys are willing to apply for scholarship, basically your final deadline for application is before 20th of April. Please note that we also process applications with not the final documentation, so you can submit your final year transcripts either from your high school or from your bachelor's degree studies, and you can still gain admission and even get a scholarship based on your results that you have reached up to date as well. So for the scholarship application, we specifically, what is additional in there? So motivation is really, really important. Why are you the one that is worthy of a Vilnius Tech scholarship? Also references. 2 academic references are required from each applicant if they are applying for a scholarship. Any extracurriculum activities, if you have achieved them during your previous studies, that would be related to your further studies. So either you participated in any Olympiads, you completed any courses, you have participated in events, you have gained any kind of certificates, and so on. This is also taken into consideration. English language knowledge and interview. All students will have to pass an interview and separate interview from the admission interview through which they will be evaluated and ranked as well. Yeah. We move to the temporary residence permit. All students arriving to Lithuania will need to gain a temporary residence permit. It's a permit which allows you to live, reside, and work here in Lithuania. The temporary residence permit is renewed annually, and also master's and PhD students can bring their spouses to Lithuania on the study temporary residence permit. After graduation, all students do gain a 1-year stay-back option. So a temporary residence permit, it's a job seekers TRP, mainly it's called. So it is for you to look for a job here in Lithuania or in Schengen area as well. Yeah. To apply for temporary residence permit, students would need to submit their documents to a VFS center. And as well a police clearance certificate duly legalized. So legalized with an apostille will be required within the time of the application for a temporary residence permit. Please note that temporary residence permit takes quite some time to confirm. The processing of applications takes 2 months. So yeah. If you wish to join the studies on time, you would need to submit the application for a temporary residence permit early. Ukrainian students can have a 90 days free arrival to Lithuania, so this does not affect that much your arrival, let's say. But still, everyone who is non-EU national will need to gain a temporary residence permit after arrival or before arrival here to Lithuania. Yeah. So if we look now at the tuition fees, and guys, please note that, as I said, and I'm repeating myself because if somebody missed, I want to repeat myself, that automatically 40% discount applies to all Ukrainian nationals applying to Vilnius Tech. As well as we do not require application fee from the Ukrainians, so you can freely submit your applications online in our system, apply.vilniustech.lt. Yeah, so for the bachelor's degree study programs, the tuition fee is 3,500 euros, and that would be 2,100 euros for a bachelor's degree in business management, finance, or creative industries. And that is with a 40% discount for Ukrainians. all the bachelors in engineering and technologies costs 2,700 euros for Ukrainian nationals, and architecture studies do cost 3,510 euros per year for Ukrainian nationals. For the master's degree studies, it costs around 3,000 to 3,600 euros with a 40% discount. For the living expenses, unfortunately, we do not have any other, as of the tuition fee discount, we do not have any other support. So you would need to cover your living expenses on your own. But we do take on our own that we would provide you a dormitory, so it is quite a cheaper place to live, considered to living outside the campus if you are living in the city somewhere. So for living expenses, we would say that you would need around 550 euros per month, including accommodation if you would be staying on campus. I would say major expenses food here in Lithuania. Also, material for studies is basically all provided by the university. We put here 20 euros, so it is only for your notebooks, pens, pencils, or something like that. But we use e-learning systems, and you can borrow books directly from the library. And basically, you would not need to spend much money on the study materials and things like that. Yeah. So you should plan your budgets as well for living in Vilnius if you are considering your studies here at Vilnius Tech. Yeah. So if we move on about accommodation as well, we do, as I already mentioned, we do provide accommodation to all of our first-year students on campus. We do have double and triple rooms available in our dormitories, with a shared bathroom between double and triple rooms, so meaning 5 people do share a bathroom and a shower. And we have shared kitchens, 2 kitchens per floor, so then we have around 25 students sharing 1 kitchen. But the kitchens are quite big. We have usually 2 stoves in there. Fridge is located within your room, so you can store your food within your room, and you can then take your stuff for cooking and bring back everything to your room as well. We also have coin-operated laundry machines available in the dormitories, and also the price is from 140 to 240 euros per month, including all facilities, water, electricity, heating, internet, and cleaning, as well as we provide bed sheets and beddings. So you do not need to bring like your bed sheets or things like that. They will be provided to you in the dormitory as well. There is a 600 euro deposit which you would need to pay while moving into dormitory, and this deposit is like frozen money, and it will be returned to you once you leave the dormitory if you have not caused any damage to the dormitory overall. Yeah. One more very interesting and I would say unique thing that we have here in Vilnius Tech is our Creativity and Innovation Center Linkmenų Fabrikas. It is a center that unites students, researchers, and businesses. We do have quite some workshops, 45 workshops and offices available in this specific innovation center. So this center is basically to foster students like makers culture, prototyping, and even doing startups, realizing your ideas. So if you have any idea which you want to, make a prototype, you need 3D printing, you need offset printing, or you need special equipment for woodwork, for metal work. We also have in there full audio and video recording and post-recording studios, as well as virtual reality labs. We have a Fox Real Studio, which is a one of its kind in Lithuania as well, studio which can project a virtual reality for movie scenes. So as well, our students, we have quite some projects happening in this innovation center, and our students also get to be a part from big business project or creative projects, media projects. There are quite some films filmed in there, or movies, or advertisements, media campaigns, and so on. So this also benefits our students, apart also from them being able to use all the kind of equipment and prototype. And as well, we do have mentors available in there. So if you have an idea but do not know how to realize it, so there are specific mentors which can work with you and help you to get to your physical idea and prototype and create something new to the world. As well, apart from the studies, we do encourage students to live a very active lifestyle. So we do have clubs, activities, sports facilities available for students here on campus. We have a theater, choir, folk dance group, orchestra, tourist group. As I mentioned, students can do their activities in creative fields, in a creativity and innovation center. Students can volunteer and become mentors to incoming students, to newcoming students. You can also join various teams that we have here in the university: football, basketball, wrestling, tennis, field and track, and others. And as well, all students have an option to join just gym and keep the active lifestyle by keeping by doing various sports activities as well, not in a professional level. Yeah. And all students who study at Vilnius Tech also have an opportunity to spend up to 1 year, up to 12 months of mobility in our partner institutions while doing studies abroad or internships abroad. This also includes scholarships that gives you, like a university as well, gives you a scholarship if you are selected to go for study exchange, to cover your living expenses and to cover your traveling expenses. So this is a huge opportunity as well, not to experience not only studies in one institution, but gain experience while studying in our partner university, and experience these different cultures, experiencing different study methods, and so on. Yeah. And mentors program. So each of our newly admitted student will be assigned a student mentor. So these are higher year international or local students who choose this volunteering experience while helping others, So usually we have quite a lot of mentors from international students, because they are the ones who understand, how to help the incoming new students. They know what kind of questions they were dealing before coming, and so on. So we basically will be assigning you in August. We'll be assigning you a mentor who would help you to orient around the city. We'll pick you up from the airport. We'll show you around the university. We'll show you shopping. We'll show you, where to buy food, how to use public transportation, and so on. So basically, a buddy which you your friend, buddy, which will be a huge help during your first month of studies here at Vilnius Tech. So what else I want to share with you is if you are interested to get to know more about Vilnius Tech, from next week we will be holding the Q&A Discover series Meet the Faculties. So if you are interested in that, you can check out our application system at apply.vilniustech.lt, or you can as well write us an email to admission@vilniustech.lt, and we will give you more information how to join this series, and you can gain exact knowledge about study programs, compare with study programs, and also ask questions directly from the faculties. And on 20th of March, we will be holding an online open day event, which will be a live event happening where you can meet our faculties and students and check out their experiences, ask questions. We will also be giving you information about career opportunities, all the services that we have here at Vilnius Tech, and all the important information that you need to know before coming into Vilnius, Lithuania, and before starting your study abroad experience. So yeah, that would be it for my presentation. One more time, I want to encourage you to follow us also on social media at Vilnius Tech International. You can find us on Facebook and you can find us on Instagram. And also you can submit your applications online at apply.vilniustech.lt before 15th of June. Or if you are willing to apply for a scholarship, your deadline is 20th of April for submitting your applications. More information can be gained as well in vilniustech.lt in our webpage. And if you would have any questions, feel free to contact us via social media or via admissions email, admissions@vilniustech.lt. So I can also take the questions if there are any. I can see that in the chat box, my colleagues are answering the questions in the chat. But as well, if you wish to ask any questions and you want me to answer them live, I can do that. I can do that on the remaining time that we have left throughout this presentation. Yeah, I can maybe read some questions and give some answers as well. There was a question about do marine international students can gain a scholarship? Yes, for sure. They can do. All students can apply for and gain a scholarship for any study program here at Vilnius Tech. A general question, but interesting. Does the university participate in the international competitions? If so, which ones? I'd love to check them out. Yes, we do participate in international competitions, but these are mainly we do have hackathons held and participate in other countries as well going. We do participate in student formula. If you know, it's usually held in different countries. So this is our automotive and mechanical engineering faculties are participating in these competitions. Also, we have blended intensive programs. They are called BIPs. So these are as well involve students in working on a project online with collaborating between 2 or 3 institutions, working on a project online and then going for a meeting to a specific country or to one of the universities for a week, for example, to finalize the project or to prototype or to do things like that. And also we are now establishing a cluster with MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which will also open us more possibilities to participate within this cluster in competitions all over the world, including USA institutions as well. We held here a competition for a internship in NASA. So this is our Aviation Institute is doing that, and faculty like of electronics, as we have avionics, aviation electronics studies. So numerous options. I would not be able to name them all right now because each faculty has their very specific things where they participate. So I would encourage you guys to join our faculty presentations in the coming next 2 weeks, and you would get to know specifically what each study program will bring you, what kind of benefits will bring you while participating in that. So yeah. I see more questions as well. Can Ukrainian students get a tuition discount or financial aid due to the war situation? Other state or university support programs? What do you recommend? Yes, so for bachelor's level, we do have, for all bachelor's and master's level, we do offer our Vilnius Tech support. It is, as I mentioned, it's 40% discount from the tuition fee. Unfortunately, state has discontinued their support for the newly admitted Ukrainian students. They are just continuing their support for the students who have been admitted in 2022 and 2023. But also for master's degree studies, our state will be announcing state scholarships, which would cover 100% of the tuition fee, and it will give a monthly scholarship of 700 euros. But the state scholarships are not announced yet, but we expect them to be announced somewhere in the beginning of March. So basically in the coming 1-2 weeks, the state scholarships will be announced, and you will be able to apply for those as well. In order to apply for a state scholarship, you would need to pass the admission process within the university, and then submit your application to the scholarship to the state committee, including the admission letter of the university as well. Yeah. So, do we have more questions? How do I post this? Yeah, I have a question. There are rumors that student life in Lithuania is less active than in Western Europe. How is student life in Vilnius in terms of clubs, events, and networking? Oh, I would say, as Vilnius is a capital city, I don't know, if you compare German town to Lithuanian town, for sure it would be maybe similar. But Vilnius is a capital city. We have very active lifestyle, and it's a very student buzz-like city overall. We have many universities located in here. It's a center of all attraction, culture, and everything. So for sure, it's not the same as London, as it is not that big of a city, for sure. But I would say that there are many activities. Nightlife is also quite good in here. You know, of course, I'm a little bit old. I'm not that participant in there, but what I hear from the students, it's quite active, and also you do not need to spend that much as you would spend in the Western European countries for your activities as well. Yeah. I'll go to another question. There are rumors. Oh no, sorry. Hello, I'm interested in Bachelor's of Business Administration. What is the university overall reputation and ranking, especially for business? So yeah, our business school is quite strong. We do have a 250 rank in the world by QS in business studies. So I would suggest to look into our business and finance. We offer also finance studies in our business faculty. I would say those are quite strong and quite good career opportunities after that. For sure, business is an option anywhere. You can study it in all kinds of different institutions all around the world. But our business school has a specific approach as it is a business school within the technical university. So our students throughout the studies do gain some engineering knowledge. We do have a 25 ECTS credits block, which is included within our business management study program, which gives you also like some technical and engineering background. This would helps you much more to work in the engineering companies, in technology related companies, and so on. So there is a specific approach in our business program. So if you are interested to have as well, some of the understanding of technological and engineering sciences, I would suggest you to join Faculty of Business Management here at Vilnius Tech as well. Yeah.
I'm sorry, 1 second. Can you please post the questions on the slide? So to do it, you can see the second column in the chat box named questions, and there you can see all of the questions in the list, and you need to point with the mouse at the question and press display button.
Sorry, I didn't understand. I need to push the question? How is it? Can you please repeat?
All right. So in the chat box, you can see the public and the questions. The questions is the second column. You press on the question, and then you can see the list of the questions.
Pin or how? Oh, yeah. Yes, I found it. Thank you.
And then you need to pose the questions by clicking on the question and press display. And so proceed to answer the questions.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. So where does marine students make their practice and internship? Yeah, they do it in ships. Depending if it is a port program, so marine logistics, then it is done in the port, in Klaipėda port. And if it's one of the free programs, marine navigation, marine electronics, or engineering, then it is done in the ships. So internships are as well included within the program, and students gain the full licenses to work in the ship after graduation. So internships are held for half a year or even for 8 months, depending on the study program and how much experience they need to gain. Yeah. Yes. Move further. Yeah. Again, I lost it somewhere. Does the university provide an option to learn the Lithuanian language? Yes, we do. Is it possible to study technical programs in Russian language? Unfortunately, no. Only in English and in Lithuanian language we can study. How is the learning process organized? So it is, we do not have a separate studies for international students. We have English studies and Lithuanian studies. Local students do choose to study in English as well. But for international students, what we organize orientation week, which starts before start of the studies, during which week we try to put all the information that you need to know, including like living in the country, legal aspects, police and things like that, public transportation, city, cultural activities, as well as how the studies in here are held, what are you expected to do, how you will be learning and studying and so on. So we have a full week for international students before the start of studies, full of activities. They're called more integration activities. So you get to more integrated before your start of the studies, and you are quite prepared once the studies do start. Yeah. What is the student to faculty ratio in the business and administration study program? Yeah, in bachelor's level, we do accept if the study programs are around 20-25 students, not more, per group. In master's level, we usually do like 15 up to 20 students per group. Of course, in business, it can be a little bit bigger, up to 30 students in bachelor's in groups, but usually it is up to 20-25 students per one professor. In lab works, we do divide students not more than 15 per laboratory activity overall. What is the curriculum structure for the marine navigation program? So basically, for the marine navigation, you would do your studies in the marine school for 3 years, and then depending how long the internship is required, depending on the study program, then the students go for the internship to the sea or to the port overall, and once they come back, they pass the licenses, and then graduation is held. So it's from 3 to 4 years overall, depending on which study program you are choosing, either mechanics or either electronics or navigation. So different amount of internship is needed, and then the overall length of the program may vary, Please check out our website on each specific study program, and we have information about this as well. Yeah. For aviation engineering studies, so 2,700 is with a discount already. So overall, the study program do cost 4,500 euros per year. For Ukrainian students with a 40% discount, it costs 2,700 euros per year. But you can apply for either getting as well. 40% is an automatic discount, but you can apply as well for a 50% or a 100% scholarship if you would be applying before 20th of April. Yeah. What are the most common mistakes students make when applying to Vilnius Tech? If anything, they should know in advance. Now, the most common mistake what the students make in a interview, they try to use ChatGPT for giving the answers, and quickly, and then trying to read. Our software, for sure, we can detect this, and we can see as well while checking the interview either you are reading or not. So this automatically, we failed students automatically, because we do not tolerate any fraudulent, any cheating, any activities like this throughout our process. So I would say be genuine, participate in an interview as it is. Mainly the questions for the bachelor's degree are about your motivation for studies. Why have you decided to study at Vilnius Tech? Why specifically this study program you have chosen, and so on. So I would suggest you guys just use your own mind, use your own head, be genuine, show what you can tell, like tell from your heart, from yourself, not try to impress us with ChatGPT, because ChatGPT does not impress us. Same with the motivation letters. We can spot them from a distance if a letter has been written by ChatGPT or not, because it automatically gives us, a wrong impression over you, that probably some cheating activity is happening in here, So this is the most common mistake, I would say. Otherwise, some documentation. The students are not providing final documentation or not legalizing their certificates, but these are all, correctable mistakes. So one of the most important ones is just do everything by yourself. Do not try to involve, you can, of course, try to check out your motivation with GPT and something like that, but never you write the full motivation letter with the ChatGPT or any other AI-based tool. Yeah. Can I see a simulator for the navigation program on the university website? I think you can now, but we need to check, because our marine school, it has been added to us. Our websites are not merged overall fully yet. So there is if you check the faculties on our website and you check Lithuanian Marine Academy, it will take you to a different website where you can actually check the information about facilities, about simulators, a ship they do have, as well as all needed equipment to prepare for marine studies. As I said, full license is given after graduation, so meaning that it meets all the requirements needed to become a licensed marine specialist. Yeah. Which international companies does Vilnius Tech collaborate with to provide students with internship and job opportunities? Oh, I would not name them for sure. We do have over 500 companies collaborations. A lot of companies here in Lithuania are international companies, especially engineering, R&D companies, IT companies. We have all the major companies operating here from Lithuania, and as well as we are a main technical university in the country. For sure, those companies are cooperating with us, and we are a major provider of engineering and technology specialists to the companies here. So I would say most who are related to our field would be our partner companies, as we are the major technical university within the country. How quickly can a student get a doctor's appointment in case of Vilnius? Oh, yeah, you can get quite quickly. We have a clinic here on campus as well. You can register in it, and then you can get a doctor's appointment in 1-2 days. If it's an emergency service, you can always go to an emergency room and get and be treated as well. Vilnius Tech does not have any medical center within the university, but there are university clinics quite not far away from here, and public institution, and as well as we have a private medical facility on campus, like a clinic where you can get treated as well. Yeah. Is it difficult for Ukrainians to learn Lithuanian? Depends on your willingness to do so. I have quite some students who speak very well Lithuanian. They spend 2-3 years in here, and they do speak. Depends, of course, are you interacting much with Lithuanians? how are you spending your time. But we do offer Lithuanian language courses to all of our international students up to level A2. So you can learn the basics within the university, and then depends how you practice it. Are you using? Usually students, once they join work, they work with Lithuanians as well, and they improve their Lithuanian language much more after that as well. Yeah. Do Ukrainian students need to submit additional documents to obtain a residence permit in Lithuania? No additional, just same documents as for everyone. You need to submit police clearance. You need to submit, first of all, mediation letter from the university. You need to submit police clearance certificate, which is legalized with an apostille. Also, you need to fill in online application, and you need to provide bank statement showing at least 7,300 euros in your bank account. This is for your living expenses, and this would be needed. Or you can provide, letter of support from your parents, stating that your parents will be supporting you throughout your studies, and then bank statement would not be needed to provide to the immigration department. Yeah. What technical laboratories and research centers are available for students? Can bachelor students participate in research projects? Yeah, so we have a full innovation and creativity center available for students, but also each faculty has their technical, innovation rooms, technical labs, or things like that. Prototyping things depends on the faculty specialty, so these, for sure, they are available for students, and bachelor students as well can participate in the research projects. There are also specific research projects which also must involve students. So there are quite some professors who are looking for students who would be willing to join the projects and work in there. But for sure, then you need to be dedicated if you wish to work in a project, because you are working with a important research team, and then you need to work as an equal, in this, submit all the assignments on time, whatever is given to you to do, you need to complete, and so on. And of course, motivation to participate in this project is also important. If you would be showing willingness to your heads of departments and so on throughout your studies, they would be willing to include you in the projects as well. Yeah. Are there good jobs for marine logisticians? So, yeah, there are. Lithuania is a logistics country. 20% of our GDP goes to logistics sector of moving of goods and services overall. So either marine, either road, either air, either anything, we do have jobs available. But for sure, marine logisticians, mainly everything is based in Klaipėda, in our port city, because it's mainly held within the port. Yeah. Is it possible to organize my bachelor's degree studies in your university, a guy with a full-time job? If I already have one in aviation company in Vilnius, is there an option to study on an accelerated program or remotely? Remotely accelerated program, no. If you are willing to join, especially for bachelor's degree studies, you will need to study them. So I'm not sure if it's really manageable for you to have a full-time job. Depends on, is it 8 to 5 job or is it shift job and so on. Maybe it is manageable, depending again on the company you are working within and what kind of job do you have. There are no restrictions within your temporary residence permit on your working, but of course, if you would not keep up your studies, your temporary residence permit will be revoked, because it is a study permit, not a job permit. So I would say it is maybe manageable, but depends on the company and on the work hours you have. If it is 8 to 5 work, I wouldn't say it is possible, because in bachelor's level, we do have a compulsory attendance of our lab works and practicals. And if you would not be attending, there is no option for you to move along and pass your exams. Yeah. So first year would be really hard. If it's a shift job, if it's happening in the evenings and so on, maybe you can do it. But if it's 8 to 5, I don't think it would be possible. Yeah. How comfortable is daily life in Vilnius for a student who only speaks English and doesn't know Lithuanian? Could this be a problem, for example, when visiting a doctor? It can be always an issue for sure, but in Vilnius, I would not think that it would be problematic for you to live in English language. We have quite a lot of students living and even working in here and so on. Doctors do speak English language. Maybe you can mainly experience in low qualification sectors, maybe in some shops, if you would be asking, directly, because where we have low qualification workers, we also have foreigners as well working in there, or Russian speakers who do not speak Lithuanian or English, then it can be problematic. But basically, for all your services, all your studies, anything you would need, for sure you will be able to get along with English only. It's always, good to know some local language, to know some, special phrases and so on. But for your comfortable living in English, it is fully possible. And we have quite a lot of foreigners now, workers, coming to Vilnius, as we have so many international companies in here. So the services overall are becoming more and more available in English everywhere. I would say absolutely everywhere, not only in specific places. Yeah. And our young generation fully speaks English as a second language. English is for them all as a second language. We have quite a good English learning at schools. So our young generation fully speaks English. I would say maybe problem with the older generation, but not in the university, as our professors as well do speak English if we teach in English as well. Yeah. If my child comes to study with you, what difficulties might he have if he doesn't know Lithuanian at all? Again, as I said, maybe sometimes in the shop or somewhere, but you can always ask help from others. In Vilnius, we do have now a lot of Ukrainians as well as refugees, and they are working a lot of service sectors. So I would say you can get along in Ukrainian, not so hard as well in here. So Lithuanian is not the language that you would need everywhere, and people would not communicate with you in other languages. Lithuania is a small country, don't forget that. But Lithuanian language is not very spread out. We need to speak other languages in order to be understood. A lot of jobs are in English here, so people do speak English very extensively. Yeah. So do we have more questions? Yeah. I sometimes read on forums that due to Lithuanian small market size, it doesn't offer strong career prospects for young graduates. There are success stories of students who build careers in major companies. Yeah, Lithuania has a small market size, but we work not for Lithuanian market. Most of our companies, and especially international companies, do work for foreign markets. For example, today we visited as a university specialist, we visited Danske Bank. And this is a company in Lithuania. We do not have a Danske Bank operating in Lithuania, but we have full IT services and money laundering, anti-money laundering, and so on. All these 5,000 people work in Danske Bank here in Vilnius in English, and they work for the whole the world, and the wages in there are really high, really high. Then we have a semiconductor sector, we have electronic sector, Internet of Things sector. Lithuanian economy is mainly export economy. So it's not our market that you are looking into when you are moving into Lithuania, and especially when you are working in international companies. Of course, I don't know which kind of field you are looking into, but I would say engineering and technologies for sure, and business services as well. We are working for all over the world, and not for Lithuanian market size. Of course, if you have a local shop, or if you have a canteen, cafeteria, things like that, yes, it's quite a small market, but depends where you locate it and so on. Companies, no, I would suggest you guys also check out the website workinlithuania.lt. There are quite a lot of information about our job markets, about what kind of how many billion euros do they have, what kind of exports, imports, what we are doing in there, and so on. So this is an information that is fully available. Yeah. And Lithuanian economy is a growing economy. It's the only growing economy in Europe overall. So there are jobs available in here. Yeah, sure. Do you have exchange programs that allow students a part of your studies in European technical universities? Yes, we have exchange programs, and we are a part as well of Athena European University Alliance. 10 universities are in this alliance, and it gives more and more double degree opportunities within the alliance for students to gain 2 degrees even after graduation. And for exchange, we have 400 partner universities all around the world, and you can do your exchange opportunity. You can do your study exchange up to 12 months per one period of studies. So, for example, for bachelor's level, you get 12 months of mobility. For master's level, you gain additional 12 months of mobility, which you can spend in our partner universities. Yeah. Does Vilnius Tech help international students find jobs after graduation with their career service or advisory service? Yes. We do have a career service, a full career office as well. In Vilnius Tech, we held here the biggest career fair in Vilnius. So in April, we do have a career fair, which is happening here in the university. We have usually around 120 or 150 companies participating with job offers, internship offers, and all kinds of training offers to the students, as well as training students, doing mock interviews, preparing them better for job interviews, and so on. So we have a full center available in here, and we as well work in Lithuania. We are cooperating with, they are giving training to our students, giving market overviews, what kind of companies are here, what kind of job offers you can gain, how to approach the companies, and so on. So yeah, we do have services for students on this. Yeah. In your opinion, which technical programs at Vilnius Tech are currently the most popular and in a high demand among employers? IT-related, artificial intelligence, computer engineering, electronics, electrical engineering study programs are very popular in here as well. Mechatronics and robotics, but yeah, mainly I would say multimedia design as well, gaming design, as we have quite a gaming sector here. So multimedia design, creative industries as well. So these are the programs that are gaining a lot of traction. The common engineering programs are doing, stable as always. The students always can find jobs. They always have a stable career and so on. But what is now, on hot in the markets for sure: artificial intelligence, engineering of artificial intelligence, sustainability, sustainability technologies. We have established also a sustainability center, unique center here in Vilnius Tech as well. So yeah, any kind of buzzwords that are coming up right now. Yeah. Who can you work as after studying creative industries? Yeah, so this is a communications degree. You gain knowledge not only in how to communicate effectively using all kinds of different communication techniques and so on, but also you gain like technical knowledge and technical aspects. You learn video making, audio making, Photoshop fully, working with all kinds of software, as well as organizing events, communicating about events, about arts, and so on. So this is basically a communications degree, and it comes with all the aspects what gives a communication degree overall. Yeah. Do we have more questions? Yeah. What places in Vilnius should a student visit to adopt faster and get to know the city? Old Town, for sure. All major things are happening in the Old Town. Then all major shopping areas. We have also a huge park in the city center, let's say around the center. So as well, it's a nice place to be, and we have a lot of, in summer we have events held in this park, so it's also nice to know where things are happening. Then for sure, campus over here, it's a big part of the city as a campus, as it is not only our university, but Vilnius University is located in this campus as well. So it's a big part of the city. Everyone knows what Saulėtekis is. It is a student city overall. It is located around 30 minutes away from the city center overall. Yeah, and I don't know what else. Where the station, like everything. Vilnius is a very center concentrated city, and then it spreads out quite a lot into outskirts and so on. But our central part, and where all the major activities are happening, is walkable basically, or you can reach everything within 10-15 minutes by the public transportation overall. Yeah. How does dormitories cost compared to renting private apartment? Yeah, so dormitory costs from 140 to 240 euros per month, including all facilities, and the apartments. Let's say if you say full apartment, studio apartment, it would be 300-400 euros. Again, depending on the location. I'm not talking about center location. Center is different, value, let's say. Yeah. So it would cost 300-400 euros for a studio apartment, but additionally you would need to pay the facilities fees. So if you are renting, you are paying facilities additionally. If you are living in dorm, your facilities are included. So for dormitory, this is the final price. For the rental apartment, every month can be some kind of different price, because in winter we have heating. Heating is quite expensive. So this is a facility you need to pay. In winter, you don't need to pay it. So then you pay less. And so on. So the range can be very different. If you are sharing an apartment and so on, you can get a bigger apartment and then get a room for 200 euros or something like that. So I think it's like in every city there are different options depending on the location, depending what are your needs. Overall, do you want to live alone? Do you want to share? and how far away would you want to be from the university and so on. Overall, university is located here in a good part of the city, so renting around here is not very cheap. So you would need to rent on the other part of the city and then travel to the campus if you want to save money and live cheaper, yeah. Do we have more questions? So I think maybe we are, oh no, we are not finished. Yeah. Will the Marine Academy hold a separate virtual fair? No, they will be participating in our main fair, and also in Discover Series webinar, they will be holding their separate webinar overall. Yeah. Okay, so I think that probably we are over here. So again, guys, I would encourage you to, with any additional questions you would have, feel free to contact us via email, via social media, as well. Once you register in our application system, apply.vilniustech.lt, there is a messaging module in there as well, so we can exchange messages via the application system. So there are numerous ways to contact us. Feel free to do so. We are open for your questions, and we are here actually to help you to be successfully admitted and successfully join your studies at Vilnius Tech and in Vilnius. Thank you so much.
All right. So from my side, I also thank you for the presentation and detailed answers. Same in the chat, and by voice. Also, just a little thing for the future. We are making short technical calls and before the presentation and before the presentation days in order to once more show how this question system works and so on, in order to not have such little troubles as we have. It's for the future. So also thank everyone who be with us all of this time. I think you know much more for now.
Yeah.
And also for the Vili and your colleague, I wish you good luck on your next
Admissions.
presentation sections.
Yeah.
And as always, it's nice to see you with us. So good luck to you. Wish you a good day, good semester, all the best, and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.